another original barre class. Grab a chair and mattress and meet me there. I'm going to start. Okay, so I'm going to start with a warm-up. Stretch yourself, stretch and move your body weight from side to side. Try to stretch your arms to the ceiling. Really feel your waist being lengthening. And we're going to stand in one place and we're going to drop down. So you come down, So you come down and come up, open the chest to the ceiling. Up and down and up. Use every part of your body to move the energy between your feet and your fingers and your chest. Hold your abdominals in and let's stay up. Now open your legs even wider and then take yourself to the tabletop position. Now we're just starting to stretch in this tabletop. Your tailbone wants to go backwards, your fingers wants to go forward, and then hold your stomach in and fall down. Bring all your body weight down, let it drop a few times, and from here we're going back to the straight back, so to the tabletop. Again, we're going to drop down and come back for tabletop. Drop, tabletop. Every time you go for a tabletop, you're feeling that you're building your spine from down up. So you're stretching from your tailbone to your fingers. Let's do two more. Hold your abdominals engaged all the time and stay. Now bring both hands together. We bring our hands in and out in a wave motion. It's like you want to dive in between your legs and come up. And of course, you being engaged in your core. You have to keep everything held inside so you won't feel your back. Let's stay in. So dive in and try to get back, to get through your legs. Big movements, good. Now we're just going to stay, hold our ankles and try to get our chest closer to the legs. Now release your hands to the floor or close to the floor. Let's draw a big arch from side to side. So you're trying to move all your upper body from your waist up, and you move from side to side. Stretch yourself, and then let's go back to the center and roll up vertebra by vertebra slowly. Take your arms to the ceiling, and we're going for the bend. So it's a side bend. You're trying to stretch your waist. So one arm is just being dropped to the side of you, and the other is really stretching up and over. Let's go from the center, climb up, and then again up and over to the other side. So I'm keeping my chest open, and I'm trying to be as flat as you can, okay? So don't go forward or backwards, just to the side. From here we're going back to the center. Grab your shoulders and make room for your head, and we're going from side to side. You're just shifting your upper body from side to side. So your abdominals really need to work to bring you down, to bring you back to the center. Now let's release your hands and continue from side to side. Good. Don't let your head be dropped, just hold it. Now we're going back to the center, and you close a little bit between your legs. We have one hand on our waist and the other is going for big circles to the back. Really feel that you open your shoulder while circling. Let's do the other side. So other arm. We only circle backwards, so we are opening our chest. Now take both arms and cross it to the front, open to the back, to the ceiling, and cross to the back. So cross and open, cross and cross and open, cross and cross and open. So you just find your flow and maybe start thinking which arm is going to be on top. So one time will be the right, one time will be the left. Let's do two more. And with the last one, we're going to stay here. So your thumbs is up and we're trying to reach out and up. Pump your hands really, really fast. And now for the back. So again, you're trying to move your arms really, really fast while they're really stretched. Now do fists and we're circling to the back. Little circles. Good. Your shoulders been getting really hot. Now let's bring both hands to the front and make sure your shoulders are low and we're like mini claps. You're like building a tension between both palms of the hands and keep your core engaged and then grab both hands together. Now you're pulling back your arms. So your head is in the same place, only your arms trying to go backwards. Backwards, backwards. Let's stay as back as you can and just bend your elbows. It's like slicing the air behind you. And from here we're going back to the sides with our arms and we're going to draw like a 8 figure of the eternity. So just try to move every part of your arms and then take your fingers to your shoulders. Let's circle our elbows. Try to kiss with the elbows in front of you. And from here we're going to release that and hold this part of your hands and just push to pump your chest muscle. Now switch and again, push, push, push towards your elbows. Good. And release, take your shoulders backwards, 3 circles. And then your hands on your waist. We have double tap for one side. Double tap to the other again. And then look behind you for one side. And other side, look behind you. We have half a circle to the right, half a circle to the left, and let's finish with one big circle to each direction. Good. And you're standing tall, and now we're going to start. So grab your chair, you're going to use the higher part of the chair. I'm going to use the bar for this point, and then I will switch. So we have both bones of our pelvic are directing. This will be my front. I want to show you from the side. So this is the front. I'm holding one hand on my bar and the other is on shoulder height. Now I'm twisting my elbow backwards, so I want to work this part of the hand, and I'm trying to be as tall as we can. Now let's bring this leg up, point your feet. Now we're going to bend both legs. So I'm bending and stretch, bend and stretch, both legs together. So bend and stretch, bend and stretch, bend and stretch, bend and stretch. You continue this and you keep being in control of your stomach. I want to keep my core engaged so I will be able to lift this leg really high, okay? Don't let it go lower. So stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch. Empathize the stretch, of course, okay? So the bend is not important. It's only to get us do more stretchier movement. Stretch and stretch and stretch. Point your feet. Hold everything in. You're like pulling your leg up with your stomach. Stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. With the last one, we're going to stay. Stretch. Now flex your feet. Try to push your heel forward, and then we just bring this leg up and up. So you lift and lift and lift. It's like pulling from your muscles of the stomach. Pull up and up and up. Only 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point your feet and lower your leg. Good. We're going for the other direction, other side. So let's do it. I'm staying. I'll do this side. Okay. So one arm on shoulder height. Twist your elbow backwards. Bring this leg up and bend both legs. Point your feet. Keep your abdominals engaged. Both bones of the pelvic facing forward and in the same height. Now we just stretch and stretch both. Stretch, stretch. So bend and stretch both legs together. Good. Stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch. And you keep thinking, could I be more, could I be longer? Could I be with the leg higher? Could I hold my hand more gracefully? Okay, point your feet. Could I point more? Good, stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and smile, enjoy it. Stretch and stretch. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep your back straight and stay. Now flex your feet. Hold everything in. Hold your hand and we're pulling our leg upwards. Good. Keep pushing your heel away from you. Good job. Try to make room in your stomach for this leg to come up. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point your feet, lower your leg. Okay, we're going fast to the second exercise. Now, we're going to be with a little V in our feet, both hands on the bar, and we're rolling the pelvic. So while I'm rolling, I'm thinking of hiding my tailbone and creating one line between my shoulders and knees. Your knees are slapping to the side, and we'll just now take one leg to the diagonal. It stays on the floor now. Your pelvic stays to the front. And now you're going to lift this leg and touch the floor in and out. In and out. So pay attention to this. We like lifting the leg from your gluteus and your hamstrings. Okay, so we're not using the knee. The knee is bended, slightly bended, and it stays the same for most of the exercise. So we're just trying to do an arch. Point our feet and touch. Floor, floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off. And your leg is bringing itself to be higher and lower from side to side, from side to side. We have more. Sorry, and try to divide your weight between both sides of your pelvic, even though you're standing on one leg, okay? So don't fall on your standing leg. Good, we have only 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's keep it there. Okay, now it's on the air. You keep bringing your pelvic forward. Now press your leg backwards and then push, push, push backwards. It's like little kicks, backwards, backwards. So you're trying to engage your gluteus while you're kicking back. Point your feet, don't go forward, only backwards. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Okay. Now, we're going to do the other side. Again, we're going to roll the pelvic, so you keep your pelvic to the front. Keep one line, take the other leg to be a diagonal. Okay. Now you have to listen, okay? And keep reminding you to roll the pelvic forward. Now we're lifting this leg and put it down, floor off. One to the center, one to the side. So it's not really center, we're working the side. So floor off and floor off with a little arch in the air, and you're using your hip, you're not using your knee. So every time your hip comes up the floor, you feel your gluteus being engaged. So in and out, floor off, floor off. Point your feet, make sure your pelvic stays in front. From side to side, and don't move the pelvic. It stays to the front, only the back part of your hip and gluteus are working. So down and down and down, in a little out. Floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off. Point your toes. Only 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it in the air. Make sure your pelvic stays at front, so bring it even further. Now bring this leg backwards. You Continue to press forward your pelvic and then press backwards with this leg. So kick back, back, back. It's small movements. Back, back, back. Point your feet. Engage your gluteus. Make sure you're dividing your weight evenly. And then press back, 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 back for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Wow. Okay, now we're going to do the sidebar. So let's do this. Take both feet and place them right next to each other. Really try to squeeze in your inner thigh and really try to stay stretched and long. Now, we're going to take this arm to shoulder height and again, twist your elbow backwards. And then after you zipped yourself, you take only one leg to the side. Now, I'm going to just release tension from this knee, from the standing knee. And with this leg, I'm going to turn it in and point our feet. And now we're starting to move. Floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off. So, touching up, okay. Now you keep holding your stomach in, so your core is engaged, and you try not to move your upper body. Try to move only with this leg. And now, you know it, we're trying to do it like an arrow, so your leg is stretched and pointed, and you feel the point started from here. It's not only your toes. Up and up and up and up and up and up and up, and continue to do so. And check that your two legs are in the same line, okay? So you're really flat, you're on the side. Up, 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 up. Can you do it faster? Can you do it higher? Up, 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 up. Yes, up, up, up. Floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off, and more. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, stay up, fix yourself, turn this leg even in more, and then stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch and stretch, 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 stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, release. Good. We're going to the other side. Of course, you can just turn around, yeah? I'm switching the bar, so you'll see me better, okay? Again, we're going to bring ourselves to be as tall as you can be. Fix both legs together. Zip yourself. Take this arm to shoulder height. Take this leg out. Point your feet. Turn it in. Release tension from this knee. And we start it up, 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 up. Good. You can check out your legs. See them in the same line. Keep holding yourself standing tall. So in class I see you, a lot of you do this. I don't want you to do this. I want you to stand, and that I won't notice that your lower body is moving, because your upper body stays fixed. You're holding everything with your core. Up, 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 up. Continue to stretch your leg. Up, 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 up. Good. Point your feet. You feel the point from your waistline, okay? Up, 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 up. Floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off, floor off. And let's do 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. Good. Now fix yourself. Try to stay long and stretch, and then stretch your legs. Stretch, stretch, stretch. You still pointed. You still stand tall. We have only 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Okay, now grab your mattresses, and we're going to sit on our knees. So I'm going to use the chair, and you also using the chair. Okay, so you see me from the side. We have two hands on your bar, on your chair, and I roll the pelvic front and unroll. So roll it to the front and unroll. Just move your lower vertebrae, and we keep standing on our knees, and you just see that you have at least a fist between both knees. Now we're trying to take it bigger, okay? So next time, when I'm unrolling, I'm going down. When I'm rolling, I'm coming up. So unroll, come down, roll, come up, unroll, and roll, unroll, and roll. So you're trying to get your pelvic to be the one that directs all part of the body. And you're trying to roll with the back, so be flexible, okay? We're trying to get our vertebrae to move more fluently and continuously, one after the other. Good. Let's do 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and let's stay here, standing on our knees. Make sure you're still with a fist between both knees, and then take your arms to your waist. We're going to sit halfway, so just sit here. Try to bring your shoulders to be in one line as your pelvic. Now we're going to stay in this, let's stay in the middle, okay? But I want to go down and come up to the middle. So I'm going down one side and then the other, and I'm not standing tall. I'm keeping myself halfway seated, from 1 to 2. Let's do it fluently. Left and right, left and right, for only 8, 7, 6, 5, don't go up, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and now come up for a second and release. And we're going to do the pelvic floor part. I'm going to do it to this way. I'm going to take one leg, bend it, both hands on our leg, and I'm going backwards with my back, just lifting this leg, and circle. Now circle to the other side, and let's switch. Circle, and to the other side, and then take both legs to be straight. We're flexing our feet and holding our hips, and you're just locking your knee. Lock, 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 lock. Every time you lock, you feel the engagement under your arms. And then let's stay here and just point and flex, point and flex, point and flex. And stay pointed. Now bring yourself towards the legs and stay. And then roll up, take both feet together and open your knees to the side. You're trying to sit tall, okay? Like you're using every vertebra to be in its place. Now we're going to bring our legs to crossed sitting, and make sure you're sitting on your sitting bones, okay? So find them, and we'll start moving in circles. So you're trying to move your back, your spine, try to use whatever you have to make it bigger. Enjoy it. Let's do the other side. Really try to make this movement fluently and enjoyable. And then let's sit down. And now we're going to close our eyes, so we'll be concentrated. So when you close your eyes, try to drop down, like feel that the weight of the body is pulling you down. And you keep your back long, not straight, but long. And from here we're going to take a big breath from your nose. Exhale from your mouth. While exhaling, you're engaging your core. And then we're going to squeeze. We're squeezing our pelvic floor. So we have 3 muscles all together. We try to squeeze them to each other and bring them as high as we can. And we're just going to stay here. Let's call it the 100% of engagement. And we're staying in this 100%. If you feel something getting loose, try to squeeze it back up. Now we're going to stay here for only 6 and 5 and 4
and 3 and 2 and 1, and then slowly release. Try to imagine the part of your body that you've been using. And now we're going to the second exercise here. So you try to engage only for the 30%. So you keep squeezing, but really minimal squeeze. And then we're going to use our frontal part of the pelvic floor, the muscle that control the clitoris, and you're trying to press it in and out, in and out. So what you're trying to do is use this muscle that is really, really delicate. So you're trying to squeeze in and out. It's like a little button. If you squeeze it, it's like pressing with your finger on it. And when you release the finger, it's releasing. So it's so small. Try to out, in and out, in and out. Really, really small. In and out, really close to the surface. Let's do 3 and 2 and 1 and release this clitoris part. Now we're trying to go deeper. So you have to concentrate and pull in your vagina muscles in, and then halfway release. So we're using the middle part of the pelvic floor and try to pull in the vagina and halfway release. Pull in and halfway release. Pull in, halfway release. Try to pull in side of your body and halfway release. Pull it in and halfway release. Do it slowly. Let's do 3 more. We pull in and halfway release. Pull it in, halfway release. One last time. Pull it in and then release all the way. Okay, so your pelvic floor now is released. We work the frontal part, the middle part, and now we're trying to work all together. So 3 parts of the pelvic floor are being engaged now. So you squeeze them to each other. We're going to squeeze them inside an elevator. So imagine this elevator that you're pressing your pelvic floor in, and then you are going to lift the elevator up. So lift to the 2nd floor, to the 3rd floor, squeeze and lift 4th floor, squeeze and lift 5th floor, squeeze and lift 6th floor, squeeze and lift 7th floor, squeeze and lift 8th floor, squeeze and lift 9th floor, and squeeze and lift and stay in the 10th floor. So you're just staying as hard as it can be. You're just staying and keep it your elevator as high as you can, and then slowly you are lowering the elevator. Don't drop it, okay? You're lowering slowly until you feel that your muscles got back to the place, and then you can open your eyes. Okay, I'm going to see that we're going to do we're going to stay on all 4s. So what we're going to do now is really easy to explain. We have one line between our pelvic and our head. So don't do this and don't do this. We're keeping ourselves with our wrists under our shoulders, our knees under our hip, and then we're going to move up, to shift our weight towards the hands. Okay, so I'm not doing this. I'm just telling my hands to be now in control. So everything else, it just stays engaged. Now we're going to bend our elbows to the side and press. We bend and press, and bend and press. So you can do it slower if you like. Bend and press. So you're bending and pressing the floor to come up. Your stomach is engaged. We have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's press. Now we're not going to rest. We're going to do the other part. So this time we use our elbows to the side. And the other part we're going to use the elbows in. So make sure your hands are wide only as your shoulders and not more than that, okay? And then we're going again with our stomach being engaged, and we're going to bend the elbows backwards. So I'm doing this and press up and bend and press up. Try to keep yourself with one line and press, and bend and press. So a lot of you trying to get the elbows to the floor. That's not what we want. We want to get the elbows to the side of your body, towards your towards your waistline, okay? So you're meeting with your elbows halfway. We do only 5 more, and 4, and 3, 2, and 1, and then you're resting, child pose, and release. Good. Now, you know what's coming. Okay, so grab a chair, and we're going for the serious thighs. Okay, I'm going to hold the chair and bring both feet together, trying to squeeze your inner thigh together and try to keep yourself long. Zip yourself, bring one hand to your waist, and then we come up with our heels and come down, up, down, only for the warm-up. Up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and let's stay up. So your heels is as high as they can be. Now bend your knees. Okay, so keep your spine long, and we're going downwards. And of course, you remember, we're trying to keep ourselves working through this exercise, through this song. And if you need to make stops, just make sure you come up again and keep your heels together and as high as it can be. Now, we're going to start with open and close. Open and close. Knees to the side, knees to the center. Keep thinking about this center line that you have. It goes through your nose, your belly button, and the point that your knees are attached to one another, and your heels together. Out and in, out and in, out and in, and let's stay out. Now only the pelvic is moving in and out. So roll, unroll, roll, unroll, roll, unroll. Continue. And you keep your shoulders in the same position. Only the pelvic is moving. Good. Only 3 more. And 2. And 1. And stay in the center. Now bring both knees together. Bring your heels to be as high as it can be. And then lower. And then just open and close. Open and close. Open, close. Open, close. Side, center. Side, center. For 6 and 5 and 4 and 3 and 2, and let's stay out. Only out, out, out. Like a butterfly to the side, 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 side. Your knees are coming out, 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 out. Press out, 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 out. And let's stay pressed out. Now, lower your pelvic. Lower, lower, lower. Good. Down, down, and down. We have 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay. Now roll the pelvic. Roll, 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 roll. 2, 1 other side. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring this hand up and bring the other hand up. Try to squeeze your heels together and then press the floor and lower your heels. Very good. We're going to stretch. So let's take our chair and stretch backwards. Okay, stay here for a few seconds. Try to get your chest lower. Good. And then we bend one leg and the other. Bend and bend. Bend and bend. Let's stay with both legs straight. Now just bring your heels up and down, up and down. So you're trying to stay parallel to the floor and only move your heels up and down, up and down, up and down. And then let's stay with heels down and bend both knees slightly. Now bring one arm to the floor. Let's do with the right arm. You're trying to touch the floor with this arm and maybe press your arm down. Now release the other arm and open it to the ceiling. And then bring this arm down and open the other. So your knees are still bended and you are using them to your comfort, okay? I want you to open the chest as much as you can. Now bring this arm back. So we're going to stay with both arms on your floor. Try to release tension from your neck. Bend both knees and straight them. Bend both and straight. Bend both and straight. If you cannot stretch it until it's straight, it doesn't matter. You're doing whatever you can to make your body more flexible, but there is a part that you could, maybe you feeling that you cannot hold the floor and stretch your legs in the same time, so you just stay a little bended, okay? But I want you to hold the floor with your hands. Now we're going to stay and then bend our knees slightly and slowly until we're going to sit on our pelvic. Okay, so I'm going to fix the camera, but we're going to use the chair and we're going to work the core part. Okay, so let's bring both legs to this sit part of the chair and lay ourselves down. Now, I want you to try and hold the chair, okay? So you don't let him run around, okay? You are holding the chair with your legs. So this is where we're starting. We're pressing our heels to the chair, we're flexing our feet, and then we're going to press this part of the leg down, okay? So you just press, and it's like you're holding the chair with your legs. That's what I meant. Now we're going to bring both arms to the side, and we're starting with the tilt of the pelvic. But it's not a roll, it's a little tilt that only gets your lower spine on the floor, okay? And also it's helping you engage your the muscles of the stomach, okay? So your back won't hurt. Now continue to press the chair, to hold it, and then tilt and grip. So I'm reminding you, we're trying to grip, not like this because it's too hard on your neck. So you're gripping with this part of the hand, gripping and holding as tight as you can. Now it's a really, you're using your strength, okay? You're using your strength to pull you in. Now we're trying to lower the shoulders away from the ears and press our belly button down, and then come up with our elbows bended. Come up and up and up and up. So press down your stomach and try to come up with bending your elbows. So we're using our arms. Good. Up and up and up and up, and let's stay up. Bring shoulders down, press belly button down, and then release the left arm. Now we're going to open this arm, touch the floor, come back and touch the floor to the front. So we're looking at this arm opening and comes back. Open and back. Open and back for only 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And now take this arm to be
behind your head. Now we're going to use this elbow. Try to bring this elbow closer to the knee and open. Closer to the knee and open. So you're using the right arm also to lift yourself and try to get the elbow closer to your knee, your opposite knee. Let's do 4 more. It's the end. 3 more. Make sure your head is resting. 2 more. 1 last time. And release. Release both arms. Take your head from side to side to release any tension that was left. Good. And again, we're going to look at the ceiling. Again, we're going to press our legs to the chair so the chair won't runs away from you. So really press with your legs. So you're working with your thighs and with your feet. And then we're going to tilt again. So it's a little tilt and come up and grip. So make sure you're gripping and not just holding with your fingers. So grip higher and tighter. Flex your feet. Now release tension from your shoulders. Let's do 5 and press in with your elbows. 3, 2, 1, and then stay. Release the right arm. It's releasing here, and we're going to open and touch the floor and back. So look at your left arm. Your left arm is working, is holding you. It doesn't let you go down. And you keep looking at this arm, this right arm, doing this big movement backwards and forward, backwards and forward. You working your abdominals. Let's do 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and let's take this arm to the back part of your head. So release tension from your neck. Now you're going to use this elbow and bring it closer to your knee and open, closer and open. So the opening is only to the center. You're closing, opening. Really use the left arm to lift yourself to do this twist, because we're going to the opposite knee. 4 and 3 and 2 and 1, and release. Good job. Okay, we're going to get the chair out of the way so you don't need it anymore. Okay, and we're going to lay again on the floor. Now, we're going to bring both heels together, toes apart, and your knees are somehow in the shoulder wide. Now take both hands and put them behind your head. Make sure you're resting your neck so your thumbs are holding the long line of your neck from both sides. Open the elbows so you feel the floor behind you, and then we're going to tilt the pelvic. Keep it tilted, don't move it, and come up for the 12 elephants and 11 elephants, 10 elephants. So it's a big movement, and we're not moving our pelvic. It stays tilted, so your back is on the floor, your lower back is pressed to the floor, and your stomach is working and doesn't come out when you come up. Let's do 4, 3, 2, and with the last one we're going to stay up. Take both hands together like an arrow and come in and in, in and in for only 8. Use your arms as an arrow of the direction. 4, 3, 2,
1 and rest. Release the heels, bring both feet to be at the floor and open your arms to the back and open an arch here under your back. Now bring the arms back and unarch your back. Again, we're going to lift arms backwards and open the arch, and then bring them back and close this arch. Okay, make sure that you have enough room to spread. Okay, so I'm going backwards a little bit. I want you to stay to see that you have enough place to stretch yourself. Okay, now we're going again, bending our knees. We're going to press our hands to the floor, press our shoulders to the floor, press our back to the floor. So we're starting to work with our abdominals because we're pressed down. Now bring both knees, one after the other, to your chest. Now bring them together and stretch them to the floor. Now I want you to hold the abdominals engaged and lower your legs and bring them back. So lower your legs and bring them back. Lower and bring them back. So what you need to pay attention to is that you keep pressing your back to the floor. When you feel that the back is not attached to the floor anymore, it means you went too far, okay? It means you have to do it a smaller movement. You can do this and come back. You don't go all the way, okay? And also, I want you to see that you're not pushing out your abdominals. I want you to press it in. So we have when you're lowering your legs, it puts a lot of pressure on your lower back and your stomach might want to press out. Don't let it, okay? You have to press it down so it will continue to control your lower back. Now do the last one and bring both legs to your chest. Now we want to release the tension, so you just press your knees towards your chest, and it's making your pelvic to come up and release the tension from it. That's great. From here, we're going to do this. We're going again to press our hands to the floor and stretch our legs to the ceiling. Now we're going from side to side. From side to side. So you keep your shoulders on the floor and you're letting your legs to move from side to side without releasing your shoulders from the floor. So every time you're coming back to the center, your abdominals are working to bring those legs back, okay? Now we're going to make it slightly harder, okay? Bring the legs to the center and only bend your knees. Make sure that you have 90 degrees between your hips and stomach. Don't go this, because that's really easy, and don't go here, that's really tough. Stay here at the center, so your stomach is working. Point your feet, keep holding the floor with your shoulders and hands, and again we're going from side to side, but this time you're keeping your knees bended for 90 degrees and you're 90 degrees from your stomach with your hips, from side to side, from side to side for only 4, 3, 2, 1, and bring them back. Stay, don't release yet, okay? We're going to stay here, and then we're going to come up and grip this part of our hips. So we already tilted, so we're not going to tilt and grip. We stay tilted and we come up and grip. Okay, so I hope you manage it. Here, we're going to grip, lower your shoulders down and just press your belly button down.
Okay. Now I want you to stay. Just press your stomach down. Press your low back down to the floor. Now I'm trying to move only the legs, and let's see what it makes my body do. I'm lowering the legs. I want to bring my feet to the floor and keep holding. So my feet got to the floor. Maybe I have to adjust my holding maybe to go lower, but I want to stay and hold myself in this position. I'm going to press the belly button down and press my back to the floor. It's like I have a wall behind me, and I'm trying to press myself to the wall. Now I'm going to release the right arm and stay, and press my stomach down to keep my back to the floor, and then release the other hand. And we're going to stay here for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, don't come down. I want you to come up. Good. Now hold this part of your legs, and we're going to roll the pelvic. So you're going to sit straight and then roll the pelvic backwards till we get to the same position, and then bring yourself up with your arms. Again, roll the pelvic, so you're spooning the pelvic. Roll, 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 roll until you cannot hold your hands anymore, and then come up. Let's do one last time. Roll the pelvic, roll, 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 roll. Try to find this place and stay, and then lift yourself up from your arms. Good. We're going to the escape and no escape. So we'll start with the escape, of course. I'm going to sit in front of you. So bring both feet together. We're going to be pointed, our feet. Don't forget to keep the point really stretched, okay? It's part of your exercise. Show you like this, okay? So, you see, I'm rolling my pelvic. I'm pressing my belly button down, in, okay? Not down, in, towards my spine. And I'm just keeping this roll. Point my feet. Now I'm going to press my fingers down. So I'm moving, shifting all the strength from the arm to the floor. So I'm pressing the floor, holding the stomach in, and lifting my legs. Now I'm going to just cross and cross, 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 and now big cross. Point your feet, keep them stretched, and then small. Final ones, open. Good. For 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. Okay. Now we're going to the hardest part. So you're trying to keep your spine straight, okay? You'll find it harder, and you have no wall behind you, so you might take your back backwards. It might be easier. It's okay, you can do so, but I want you to keep it straight, okay? Don't roll. Stretched. Flex your feet really tight, bring both legs together. We're going to open and close, open and close. So, press your fingers down, everything is pulled in, and lift your legs. Open and close, open and close. We have 10, 9, 8. Continue to keep your back straight. 6, 5, 4, 3. Flex your feet. 2, and 1. Release. We're going to the super person. So we're laying on our stomach. Our forehead is on the floor, and you keep holding your hands to the side of your head. Now press both feet together and roll the pelvic down. Now bring both legs up, and then stay with your legs up and stretch, 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 stretch. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then open your toes and turn out your hips, and then clap your heels. Clap, 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 clap. 10, 9, 8. Yes. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And lower your legs down. Bring both hands to the side of the body. The palms of hands are facing the ceiling. Now, roll the pelvic down and come up from your chest. So you're trying to keep yourself straight and then lower yourself down. For the final part, we're going to start again with the rolling the pelvic down, then lifting your chest up, and then bring your legs up. Also point your feet. Your legs are spread. Then try to stretch yourself and bring both arms forward. You're trying to look at the floor in front of you. Stay as high as you can for only 3, 2, stretch yourself, 1, and lower yourself down. Good. We're going to place our hands under the shoulders and press the floor. And then take our pelvic backwards and stay in your all fours. Okay. So here we're just rolling the back. We finished. And then unroll and arch a little bit. If you feel good with it, you can arch your neck also. Let's do again the roll. And then let's sit on our knees, on our heels. I'm pressing my arms down and lifting my knees up. So we're just stretching the frontal part of your toes, of your feet actually. Now let's release that and sit ourselves with the wide legs apart. Flex your feet. Make sure your toes are looking at the toes and knees, looking at the ceiling. Now we're going to take both arms forward. Okay. Now I'm trying to keep my back straight, so I'm not doing this. I'm trying to stretch my lower back to the front. And now for trying to get me more stretchier, I'm holding one hand forward, going like one step with one hand and then one step with the other, just to make me more flat and close to the floor. So you try to grab the floor with your fingers. Try to grab it only to make your lower back stretchier and straighter. Now, just staying here, I know it's a little painful, but it will make you more flexible. Now, let's release. Let's bring the elbows to the floor, okay? When I'm bringing my elbows to the floor, it makes me go even more close with my chest to the floor, so it's more of a stretch. And now we're going back with our hands, keeping our spine long and lifting ourselves. Now we'll take this part of the hand and let's place it in the inner part of your leg and open the other arm to the ceiling. So you're pressing your elbow to your knee and open to the ceiling, and you feel a stretch in your waistline. Now close yourself and bring yourself to the other side and open. And again, you press your elbow to your knee and looking at the ceiling through your other arm. Now again, close and move and open. Open. Every time you get your elbow in your knee, you are pressing the elbow to your knee. One last time. Climb up. Take both legs to be in front of you. Point your feet. Bring both arms to the ceiling. Now we're going to roll the back, straight it, come back, come down and up. So roll, stretch, come down and up. Roll, stretch, come down. And not final one. Roll and stretch, come down and stay down. Just press yourself with little movement towards your legs. Now bring yourself for sitting, and we're going to the
final part, the final spinal, we're going to lay with crossed legs, not crossed, with bent legs. And now we're going to do the bridge. So we will roll the pelvic, vertebra by vertebra, and come up, come up, come up, come up, come up until we get to the pelvic bridge. Now take both arms and bring them backwards. Lay them back. And now you're lowering the pelvic and you keep holding your back straight until the back gets down toward the floor, and then we arch the back so it's not straight anymore. Feel the arch and stretch yourself here, and then roll the pelvic and close the arch. Come up again for the bridge. Or again, lower the pelvic down, keep your back straight. The back is getting to the floor straight, and then arch it. Stay in arch, and then roll the pelvic, the arch is closing, and come up, climb vertebra by vertebra until we get to the bridge again. Bring both arms to the side of the body, and then lower yourself down vertebra by vertebra slowly until your spine is neutral on your mattress. Now take one knee and hold it with this hand, and then take the other and hold with the other. Point your feet. Now press your knees towards your hands. So you're pushing your knees forward and your hands are holding your knees. So push your knees and make sure your hands are holding. Now lift your head and continue to push forward. And then we get to the point that we can just swing. And with this roll, I'm going to finish this class. Good. So roll yourself for sitting, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you felt you could do it also in your home, because this video can be yours and you can use it whenever you want. And I hope to see you soon in class, and I hope you have very good and enjoyable holidays. And kisses, besos.